Peace everyone, welcome to the Drawing Journal. Today I'll be doing a review and demo of the Faber Castell watercolor pencils. So let's just go ahead and get right into the unboxing of these. I was really excited to get these. They were $200 off of Amazon. I bought these specifically to illustrate a children's book, so I thought that I would also do a review of them. So as you can see, opening them up right off the bat, the colors just jump out at you. This little pamphlet here that comes in it gives you all kinds of great information, history of the pencils, and in the back here you'll see you have a color chart with all the colors, which is really great to have. One thing I want to mention about these pencils is that they have very, very good light fastness. In fact, they're one of the best light fast pencils that you can get. And what light fastness means is they won't fade over time, which is really important if you plan on preserving your artwork for a long time. Alright, so let's get right into this demonstration. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is what you're looking at right now. And basically the colors that I'm going to be working with on my demonstration today can pretty much be summed up by these colors right here. And so I'm just going to talk a little bit about how they work and how much I like them just off the bat. So like I said, I did illustrate a children's book with these. I just finished it only days ago. I've become pretty familiar with them. These are the first watercolors of anything that I've ever worked with. I haven't worked with regular watercolors before. What I'm demonstrating here with these is in this circle I used just one color, and you can kind of see the effects that you can get based on how many layers of the same color that you use. And the really cool thing I like about these is that they don't necessarily erase, but if you take your brush and you add water to it, you can brush away the color really well, actually, and almost get it back to white. And it makes it really nice to clean up lines if you bleed out past the line. Then you can just take a little bit of water and kind of rub it back, and it pretty much erases it. Here's what you can do if you're blending two colors together, and it looks really nice. You get a lot of contrast, and the colors blend together really nicely. Here I blended three colors together. You can see that it's more of a purple tone, but I still have this blue color in here. So this is what you can do with three colors blended together. And here is just a different set of three colors that I'll be using in my demonstration. I just wanted to show off how they blend together nicely. And then here I just did a couple demonstrations of how colors that are very different kind of have this cool blending effect. So anyway, let's get on to the demonstration. Okay, so the first thing that I did when starting this is I found the colors that I wanted to use, and then I just started laying them down. I started off with this blue color, and as you can see, I'm not really laying it down with any real purpose. I'm just kind of scribbling it down, and that's what I really like about this stuff. You don't have to color the whole thing in precisely, because once you add water, you can really spread the pigment around, and then you can just be a little bit more careful with the brush side of things. It lets you color much faster than if you were to use like regular colored pencils or something like that. And the other great thing about these is they're simple to use. Like I mentioned, I've never used regular watercolors, but I've seen people use regular watercolors, and it can be quite a mess. Mixing different paints and all that stuff, it definitely adds another level of difficulty. And with these, you can just kind of pick up whatever color you want, scribble it down, and then just add water. The way that I went about doing this, just kind of laid down all the colors that I wanted, and then added water, and then moved on to a different section. The reason I did that is because if you try to color on a wet piece of paper with the colored pencils, it doesn't work out very well. You end up getting really harsh lines that won't brush away. So that's one thing that you really want to pay attention when you're using these and to avoid The other cool thing about these is once part of it is dry and you add a second color, it takes a little bit more effort to pick up that dry color. So it lets you layer colors right next to each other without bleeding them into each other too much unless you add more water, which is really great when you're adding contrasting colors next to each other rather than mixing them together and getting that gross brown color. You can keep them separated even if they're right next to each other, which is really great. Because these pencils are so easy to use and the only thing you need is a brush and a little bit of water, you're able to color something really, really quickly. It only took me a little over an hour to completely color this piece, and it's because these pencils are so simple to work with. The colors are brilliant and vibrant. It's pretty surprising to imagine that I was able to color this using only 8 colors and still get all this richness and vibrancy from it. That's what I really like about how these pencils work, because you can use one color to get a whole spectrum of values. And so simply just adding a second color to that, you can really use the different values from each color to create many colors just from 2 pencils. So with that idea in mind, your possibilities using all 120 colors is pretty much endless. Here at the end, I'm just using a gel pen to bring out some of the highlights and the scales, and that's going to finish up this piece. All right, so that will be it for this. I'm really happy with the way that it came out. Surprisingly, I was able to do this with just 8 of the 120 colors that come in the set that I got. There's a lot that you can do as far as range with these colors, which I really, really like. Anyways, that's going to be it for this review and this drawing journal. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you subscribe and check out some of my other videos, my other reviews. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.